it's self-evident based upon the activity that has gone on and that is going on that there's a significant amount of trauma upon those who live in the black community. And when we look at trauma can be in many different forms. Trauma can come in the form of physical abuse or something that can happen to you physically. It can happen to you in relation to something that you see happen. And it also can be something that has happened genetically. It can also be something that can happen to someone through words or through actions. We don't have enough time to go into the significance of trauma, but let's look at the family structure in the black community. Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th President of the United States, his term was from 1963 to 1969. He stated at an address at Howard University titled "To Fulfill These Rights" on June 4th, 1965, again at Howard University. He stated that men are shaped by their world. When it is a world of decay, ringed by an invisible wall, when escape is arduous and uncertain, and the stating pressures of a more hopeful society are unknown, it can cripple the youth and it can desolate the men. Then he talks about the family breakdown. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that the family is the cornerstone of civilization. Lyndon B. Johnson stated that more than any other force, it shapes the attitude, the hopes, the ambitions, and the values of the child. And when the family collapses, it is the children that are usually damaged. When it happens on a massive scale, the community itself is crippled. So I thought about your subject matter. And in conclusion, I looked at this book and I was like, I said, I know I've got a book that's significant to what we're talking about today. And if you have not heard of, there's a sister, her name is Dr. Joy DeGruy. And I saw her on X, formerly Twitter. And she was really profound in what she had to say to this body of students that she was speaking to. And I looked her up and I went to her website and I was immediately attracted to this sister based upon what she was saying, her presentation, and reading some of her words. So the book that I think is essential to what this topic is based on and where it's going is post-traumatic slave syndrome, America's legacy of enduring injury and healing. So I think this is extremely important. And as we go forward, if I'm able and if I'm blessed to present or just to be a guest, I'm going to go deeper into this because I know unequivocally without a doubt that what has happened to us, what is happening to us now is directly linked to our sojourn here in America through chattel slavery, through Jim Crow, through the civil rights, through drugs, through the destruction of the black family, through alcoholism, through the penitentiary, through the educational system, through Jim Crow is why where we are now. But the bottom rail will rise to the top. So there's a reason why we're going through what we're going through now is because I believe we're firmly being prepared to bring in a new world based upon that position that we have been placed in. And, in conclusion, you don't get a diamond just by going and finding the diamond. You got to dig deep, deep in the earth. Then you get a coal and you have to put heat and pressure and heat and pressure and heat and pressure. And then over this process, you will get that diamond. So we are in that process of heat and pressure to where we can come and reflect the reality that we should reflect, which is God Himself. Therefore, we can assist others in that transforming process. So thank you.
As I leave you, as I came, I'll throw in the lake.